The Berth 3 shiploader is a gantry shiploader that travels from north to south along the dock face. When traveling to the far south hatches, it's a good idea to do an eye check of the center of the dock. Because the legs of the shiploader extend much further south than the main body of the shiploader, it can be deceiving to outside ship delivery vehicles, and they have occasionally parked on the shiploader's rail tracks. The parked position for this shiploader is at the south limit and shuttles all the way in, as seen in this picture. Once in the cab, do a radio check to your foreman. Use your boom, slew, and travel to safely enter the hatch. On a new start, the foreman will often center you in the hatch, as it is difficult to spot up from the cab. The foreman will give you a hatch number and the number of tons required in this run. Be sure to write this info down and repeat these numbers back to your foreman to confirm. On a new start, be sure to reset your shipping scale. Always ask the foreman before resetting the scale if it is not a new start. To reset your scale on the RS-View monitor, press the F4 function key on your keyboard to bring up the control menu. Next, press the Shift key and the F6 function key at the same time to bring up the reset menu. Then press the F10 function key on your keyboard to reset the parcel. This shiploader's conveyors will not start if the boom angle is above 12.5. Always try to boom down to level or 0 degrees if possible. Once ready for cargo, call your foreman and tell him you are starting up in hatch number whatever. Press your system start button on the right-hand chair console. Once conveyors 54 and R1 are running, you may open your gate. The foreman will give you a percentage number to open your gate up to, or a tons per hour to run at. Use the joystick on your left-hand chair console to adjust it accordingly. Because this is a gantry shiploader, the cutoff number changes accordingly to what hatch you are loading in. For example, if you are loading in hatch 5, the most southern, and loading at 2,000 tons per hour, you would close your gate with approximately 7 to 5 tons to go before you reach your required number. But if you are in number 1 hatch, the cutoff would be 40 to 45 tons before the number required. Add approximately 8 tons per hatch as you travel north to hatches 4, 3, 2, and 1, if you are running at 2,000 tons an hour. If you are in doubt, ask your foreman when to close your gate. The reason the cutoff changes is because the farther north the shiploader is, the more cargo there is on R1. Be sure to look on your RS view when closing your gate to be sure it is fully closed, 0%. Once the conveyors have run dry, call the foreman and tell him the final actual loaded number of tons. Always stop the system and reset the parcel scale when changing hatches. On the control bar menu, there is a general reset. Press the F11 function key on your keyboard if any resets are required. There are occasions when you will be asked to stop the feeder belt. The feeder belt is the last conveyor belt from where the cargo is coming from. So the feeder belt changes depending on the source of the cargo. To stop the feeder belt, press the red mushroom button on the left-hand chair console. To restart it, you must pull up on the mushroom button, then restart your system. The shuttle-in bypass button is only used when changing the cascading spouts. Never use it unless you're being directed to. The potash portal reclaimer may be controlled from either Berth 3 or Berth 2 shiploaders. To get to the reclaimer's control screens, press the F1 function key on the keyboard to escape to the main menu. Next, press the Shift key and the F8 function key at the same time to bring up the reclaimer's screen. Then press the F4 key on your keyboard to bring up the control screen. From this screen, we can start and stop the reclaimer. Press the F12 function key to stop it. Press the Shift and the F12 function key at the same time to start it. We can hold the reclaimer which keeps the reclaimer running but stops the travel by pressing the F10 function key. To resume, press the Shift and the F10 function key at the same time. To change the travel speed, press the F2 function key to highlight the speed number. Then use your keyboard to change the number to whatever the foreman has requested. Then press the F3 function key to set the new speed. The north and south set points can also be adjusted. To adjust the set points, press the Shift and the F2 function keys at the same time to change the south set points. Press the Shift and the F3 function key at the same time to change the north. On the set point menu, press the F2 function key to highlight the number. Use the keyboard to change the number to whatever the foreman has requested. Press the F3 function key to accept the new set point. When finished adjusting the reclaimer, press the F1 function key twice to escape back to the main menu. While loading potash, keep the cascading spout close to the cargo to avoid dust. But when you are moving around the hatch, raise the spout up enough that it is not dragging on the cargo. The spout will raise automatically when the probes tilt on the cargo. Potash and agri products are usually a flat stow. Although you cannot throw any cargo under the wings to do a true flat stow, it is necessary to get close to the hatch coamings while loading to make the stow as flat as possible. If your high wind alarm goes off at 35 miles an hour, call your foreman, close your gate, and wait for the conveyors to run dry. Once dry, shut down your system, raise the spout to the limit. Boom up if necessary to clear the hatch, shuttle into the limit, come down and report to your foreman's office.